History, a tour through time.
Hello, I will be your tour guide for this tour across this part of time. And maybe if we reach the end, you'll have a secret surprise.
Our first stop is Brazil. Let's go!
Brazil was originally a colony of Portugal, but after Napoleon invaded Portugal, the royal family fled to Brazil. Afterwards, the king went back to Portugal, but his son stayed. His son was then pressured to cut all ties with Portugal, creating the Empire of Brazil.
The next event we are going to is the Trail of Tears. The government of the United States of America decided that it would be a good idea to move Native American tribes to other locations. Unfortunately, it didn't work out and many tribes died along the way.
The next one on the map is George Muller. I might have butchered the pronunciation there. He was born in Prussia but decided to go to London to learn Hebrew for missionary work. However, while there, he was touched by meeting an orphan and decided to stay there to help the children.
Back in America is the Texan War of Independence. Texas was originally part of the Mexican Empire, but growing dissatisfaction led to it declaring independence. A certain building known as the Alamo was captured by the revolutionaries and turned into a fort. However, the Mexicans were ordered to attack the fort. After some brutal fighting, the Mexicans defeated the revolutionaries and killed a lot of them. However, after the Battle of San Jacinto led to the capture of Mexico's leader, Texas was finally given its independence. After Texas joined the USA, this led to the Mexican-American War, in which Mexico lost even more land to the USA. A few years after the Texan War of Independence, a man named David Livingstone decided to explore southern Africa, partly due to missionary work and partly due to research and exploration. Eventually, he explored most of the Zambezi River and discovered the source of the Nile, which he named Lake Victoria. The next person on the map is Karl Marx. Karl Marx, along with a fellow radical, wrote the Communist Manifesto. He sought to destroy the rich by destroying privately owned business, thus effectively creating communism. The next three people are famous American abolitionists who fought against slavery. Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, and Frederick Douglass all tried to stop slavery, be it by words or by actions. Now, across the Pacific Ocean, a man named Hudson Taylor was preaching Christ to the Chinese. First, Hudson Taylor thought of the Christian way of life as boring, but after reading a Christian tract, his view changed. Hudson Taylor decided to go to China to preach the gospel there. Unfortunately for him, China was distrustful of foreigners ever since the British went to war with them over opium. China was also dealing with something known as the Taiping Rebellion, whose leader kind of twisted Christianity. Also an English person is Florence Nightingale. Despite being born in Florence, Italy, Florence Nightingale was raised in England as her parents were British. She felt a calling to work in a hospital, and when she was an adult, she fulfilled that calling. This time, the British, French, and Ottomans were fighting Russia in the Crimean War, so Florence Nightingale managed to help many wounded soldiers in the war. Nicknamed the Lady of the Lamp, she not only helped a lot of people but had a greater understanding of healthcare afterward. Alright, our next stop is the Eureka Rebellion. When gold was found in Australia, many people rushed there to try and get rich quickly. Unfortunately for them, they often ended up being empty-handed and poor, and they also had no representation. So, the Eureka Rebellion came to life. They lived in a makeshift shelter known as the Eureka Stockade. However, the forces of the governor of that area ambushed and massacred them. Happily for them, however, that led to them finally having representation in the government. The next one is Charles Darwin. While exploring the Galapagos Islands, Charles Darwin observed the life there and came up with the theory of evolution, where over time traits will become more and more suited for the environment. However, despite the generally accepted theory, there is some controversy surrounding it. The next one on the map is the French occupation of Cambodia. After a Frenchman named Henri Moha rediscovered Angkor Wat in 1860, the French rushed to colonize the area, creating French Indochina, which comprises modern-day Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. The next one here is a biggie, the American Civil War. Though it was started due to the right of states to secede, the underlying reason was slavery. The North was slowly against slavery, while the South kind of depended on slavery. This led to the American Civil War, with many lives lost and many famous generals in the battle. However, eventually the North won and slavery was abolished pretty soon after. While this was happening, the French decided to take advantage of it and decided to take over Mexico. Napoleon III decided to send Maximilian, a member of the Habsburg family, and his wife Charlotte, who was a princess from Belgium, to Mexico to take it under French rule. It ended up being the Mexican liberals versus the Mexican conservatives and Maximilian. After the American Civil War, the Americans decided to aid the liberals, and Maximilian was either executed or fled south. Meanwhile, up north, Canada was having some changes. You see, even though the British took over Canada, many French people still lived there. However, after the American War of Independence, many people loyal to the UK fled north. This led to the creation of New Brunswick and the English flow into historically French Nova Scotia. This led to the creation of Upper Quebec and Lower Quebec. Upper Quebec was basically southern Ontario and was British. Lower Quebec was basically eastern Quebec and was French. Both Quebecs ended up starting a revolution, and though neither one succeeded, it did lead to the creation of the United Provinces of Canada. And after New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Island was added, it became the Dominion of Canada. Nearing the end now, and the next region is Japan. Japan was forced into open trade by the Western countries by a bunch of treaties. But that's when 16-year-old Mutsuhito, the Emperor of Japan, made some big changes. He used the West as inspiration to help improve Japan. The hard work paid off when Japan went to war with Russia over Manchuria, a region of China, and won. Our next topic is the worldwide fight for women's suffrage. In the British Empire and America, many women fought for their right to vote. Some did it through speech, others did it through actions. One of the most famous ones is Susan B. Anthony. Second to last group of people are the Impressionists. They tried to mimic your first impression, what you see when you first look at something. Four of the most famous Impressionists during the 1800s were Claude Monet, Edgar Degas, Pierre-Auguste Renoir, and Mary Cassatt. Final two people are Charles Eastman and Chief Joseph. Ohiyeza, also known as Charles Eastman, was a Native American who went to a Western school due to the wishes of his father. Chief Joseph also attended a Western school, but never adapted to the Western culture. In fact, he tried to help his tribe escape from the Americans into Canada, but unfortunately they were caught and many died. Well, looks like we're done with everything on the map. It's time for the surprise. Portal time! Oh, look, an X! Let's see what's underneath it. It's a history book.
Dude, you already gave
Boring.
We can always do on Wikipedia. Why
do
did
the
you
book? We can always do this again.
You already showed me everything.
I'm bored about this.
I'm giving this to go on Star Wars.
I forgot. Thanks for watching.